Look at that, clean, clean. Woo! Woo! I'm just getting started. What's up, Jay?
Getting started.
Hit it.
Getting started.
Hey.
Alright everybody, so I started around 10 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock. I've just been kind of going at it at the engine bay. I pulled off the distributor, pulled the valve cover out, wire wheeled up this guy, cleaned it up. It's much cleaner than before. I cleaned this up a little bit, but this is gonna get painted. So this is gonna get painted, this is gonna get painted. All the metal is gonna get painted with engine enamel. Meanwhile, I pulled over the valve cover over here, cleaned it up, and sanded down this because this is the color blocking that we're going to use, main color with the sanded details, the sanded logo, excuse me. So I masked this off on both sides. This is ready to paint. Why not give it a little bit more flair? So I see a lot of gold valve covers. Also, we're kind of doing a whole Mugen theme for the build, so white, black, red, and gold, or bronze. So this might look good. I kind of envisioned it up to the engine bay. I think it'll look good. I'll try it out. Worst case scenario, I'll just go back over it in wrinkle black since it's black anyways. So we have this stuff for all the metals. I'll probably use this as a primer. This will be used first. I'll just sand it down and redo it. So should be good. I've been going at it with the wire wheel and the oil leader. I also pulled out the good grinder. So I'll grab all the bolts and start grinding down the bolts and cleaning them up as well. And then paint those. But for now, I'm gonna go get this painted. Alright, y'all, just did the final wipe down. It's looking pretty clean to me. Wiped it down with some degreaser. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take it out to paint. I made a little DIY paint booth in the back, so I'll show you how that works. I'm gonna grab my paint here real quick. All right, so here's our little DIY paint booth. I covered up what I could, but this is kind of the important area. We have our barrier here. I did it in the shed because it's not as windy out, so we don't get any dust or overspray anywhere. A little drop cloth, just some cardboard around. Yeah, we should be good to start painting. Alrighty, first coat of prime. Looks pretty good. Again, these are gonna be all sanded down. I think the gold is gonna go on next. In the meantime, while I'm waiting for that coat to dry, I got a box of bolts and brackets that I pulled off of the engine bay. I've got the wire wheel and the grinder going on here. So I'm gonna start this up and try to polish out these bolts. Just gonna clean them up, get that rust off, make them all nice and shiny again. And then pretty even coverage here. So this guy's gonna come up next.
Alright, we are gonna head to the backyard. I think Jay is working on something interesting. What do we have here? Oh man, what's up, Jay?
Painting the valve cover.
Oh man, you look like that dude from Batman. What's his name?
Bane? I was born in the darkness.
I was born in it.
Think the darkness can help me.
It smells like a little something right here.
Yeah, a little bit of paint. Paint up the valve cover.
Here, wait for this setup.
I hope you brought your
This
sunglasses.
is a shed in the back.
24 karat magic.
Boom! Oh, jeez. Look at that. This is clean. We're gonna keep the streaks.
I'm gonna sand those down, and then all these little circles are gonna be unmasked, and they're silver underneath there. Good metallic in there. Really catches the light.
Very cool.
We're gonna let this one dry, and then I'll see how the paint quality is. If not, I might do a third coat, but I think that's pretty much done. Let that guy in here, my DIY paint booth.
Very, very cool. By the way, it looks like a giant bar of gold that we just dug up.
Willy Wonka's golden ticket. Right? We're using a VHT engine metallic. High temp stuff. Yeah. We bought the gold one. For our base coat, we're using the flame proof stuff. So this is rated at a higher temperature. It will be safer, and then we just add that on for a color pigment.
Okay, very cool. Back to the garage. What is this and how does this work?
This is a little grinder, so just turns on.
Put some...
just take a little bit per bracket, maybe take about 4 or 5 minutes each, clean them up, and then get the whole thing looking like this.
Alright, let's turn that off first. It cuts off somebody's leg. That thing is super fast. Show them what it looks like after.
Yeah, so this is after. You can see there's still a little bit in there, but I'm actually gonna paint this, but from this to this. This is, I believe, a plug wire bracket, and this is our battery tie down. Nice little aesthetic thing, still gotta grind a whole bunch. Careful.
Dude. Anyway.
I've done that about a million times, don't worry.
West Coast Customs, shout out to West Coast Customs.
West Coast Customs.
Yeah, you guys gotta, I mean, I gotta watch my head here. That's hilarious.
I've done that before.
So this is Jay's desk. We just popped out in the last couple of videos. There was no table here, but we just popped this out today so we can get to work on
office.
some of the more detailed things. We're taking the engine apart. What you saw earlier was valve cover, cleaned up, spray painted in gold, looking real fine. What's next on the queue?
Next up, I'm gonna mask off some of the engine bay.
Mask off.
Mask off. Yeah, I'm gonna mask up some of the engine bay and then get these silver parts painted silver again. I'm gonna paint this guy, clean up the throttle body, and then paint the distributor. And then under here you can see our valves.
You guys want to hang out in here? There you are. Nice and
old. Now I need to find my tape. I don't know where I put my tape.
Organization.
Could be worse.
Could be worse. This tape has been clutch.
Yep. Plenty of blue tape. Got our little blade here. It's actually just a blade holder, but I use it as a pocket knife. I just slide the blade half.
You shape up.
Line it up a little bit. So I'm gonna just do a rough cut first, and to get the majority of the excess tape off, and then I'll go back again and get the bulk of it.
What are we covering here?
Just the stock badge, the PGMFI badge. Because it looks cool and it's original, so we're gonna try to keep it. Rather not paint over it. This one, unfortunately,
we are trying to maintain as much of the classic character of the car as we can. We talked about OEM Plus. We're going to add some flair to it, but we don't want it to be too far from its original identity. I mean, this in and of itself is a really cool car. Not a lot of people have it, so we don't want to change it too much.
We could actually paint that gold if we wanted.
I'm about the gold. I love gold.
Unfortunately, unlike the valve cover, the lettering on this isn't raised up, so we can't just sand it down after we paint it. So that's why I'm masking it for now.
Yeah, so a bit of a recap, just cleaning up the engine, taking some parts out, not really doing too much performance work right now.
Still waiting on our parts hole to come in.
Yeah, we made some orders and it might take a bit with what's going on we made some orders and it might take a bit with what's going on with the coronavirus. We made some orders and we behind the scenes.
Keep that in.
Could be worse. We made some orders and
what did we make?
I don't know, but my arm's getting tired from holding up this vlog camera. I can do this side, but like it's weird because my shoulder's gonna block.
Yeah. So did we make an order? Or?
Oh yeah. Take number 70. We made some orders and...
What did we make orders on, Mark?
Some parts. We don't know when they're coming in because of this coronavirus pandemic.
I don't know, man. I don't know what's happening.
I was falling asleep. Just woke up from a nap. It looks like I'm doing a lot of work here. Maybe it doesn't, but the truth is Jay's in the engine.
I've been here all day.
He's been here all day. I was here earlier this
9:30.
morning. 9:30 a.m.
Yeah.
But hey, he loves it.
I love it. It's fun.
I love it.
It's lots of fun.
I'm gonna get involved. Trust me, I'm gonna get involved. We're gonna.
I'll have him spray some paint or something.
Yeah, no, I want to get in the engine. You know, I want to get underneath there. I want some oil and stuff all over my face. I want to buy like
some oil on you.
Buy Dickies jumpsuit, put that on.
Malinis ako with the Pinoy flow. Salamat mabuhay, I need to go home.
Bro, with some purpose, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't be holding this camera all day. My shoulder's gonna be bigger than my left.
Your right one's gonna be giant.
Yeah, I don't just film. I don't just get in front of the camera and drink yerba mate all day. That's good stuff. Shout out again to our dear sponsors, Guayaki Yerba Mate.
Yes,
this is the blue Euphoria flavor.
Tastes like blue.
Tastes like blue and Euphoria.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
All right, what do we have here?
Alright, so
is this a crab boil?
Yeah, that's welcome to Boiling Crab. Here we have our Alaskan Red Civic.
You got your bib on.
Yep.
Alaskan Red Civic.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna put some plastic wrap everywhere and then mask off the engine bay and get ready to paint. Mask off and get ready to paint all of it.
Engine bay.
Yep. The bay.
So many bays. We got the bay, like E40, what's up? And we got bays like
engine bay.
Engine bay.
And then like
bay seasoning.
Yeah, Old Bay seasoning, which
Old
goes
Bay
in boiling
seasoning.
crab. Yeah.
but we got other bays.
Yeah, you know.
What happened there, Jay?
I dropped the screwdriver.
Man,
It's somewhere down there.
alright, you guys want to dive back in?
Ooh, I'm about to dive in.
Oh, splash!
Does anybody want to donate some thick tape?
Who got that thick tape?
Who got the thick tape?
got-
The thick tape.
Who got that thick tape? We're taking donations. DM us on IG if you want to send us some free tape. 3M. What's going on, 3M?
3M.
We're taking it.
Yeah, we'll
You wanna sponsor us and donate some cash to our Venmo account? Hit us up to buy some tape.
we'll tape it.
We'll tape it.
Get it? Like we'll take it.
We'll tape it. We'll tape it all.
We'll tape it all. And then we'll put it on video.
The meat of this video is going to be Jay putting a bunch of tape onto the engine. It is known to improve the performance of the car by increasing, every inch of tape increases the horsepower by
Correct.
5 horses
It's like putting stickers on
per
your car,
tape.
but it's tape.
Tape per horsepower per tape. HPPT. http:// Cortese.com.
Alright, these tape jokes are getting old. I can't tape it anymore.
Alright, you better tape it down, alright?
No.
You better
We're getting a little.
tape it down.
This
I'm gonna tape you
conversation's
down.
getting a little sticky,
I
man.
really wanna tape you down. This is an old engine, actually. It's got 91 horsepower. Well, that was the stock. The Civic Si back in the 80s, the sport injected version had 91 horsepower. Would you believe that? Cars nowadays come in 200, 300 per normal. But this is a lighter car, so 91 is relatively...
slow. Slow.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But who knows if it'll stay that way or if we do a little tuny. Yeah. I mean, hasn't moved in 15 years. That 91 is probably down to 60.
60? Yeah.
60.
Maybe 50.
60.
40. Probably the fastest ever moved was when I pulled it. Cut to that.
Hey. We were joking around at dinner last night, like, what if we threw a giant bottle of nitrous oxide in there? I mean, like a small 25 shot,
A little bit of,
bottle of NOS. And then we talked about it and said, man, this car only has 91 horsepower. That's 25% of its
25%
horsepower,
power.
this small bottle of NOS.
Yeah. I may or may not have been scrolling through nitrousexpress.com today.
Ooh, Nitrous Express. It reminds me of the Fast and the Furious. I mean, in addition to maybe even getting some neon lights, who knows? I'm speaking too soon. Speaking too soon here. But there's plenty of space here in the trunk to add just a giant bottle of nitrous oxide.
I love my bay leaves all on you, baby. Shawty, you're my adobo, my chicken adobo.
Most people pull up the engines during a car meet, but imagine if we pulled up the trunk and just had a giant bottle of NOS. How's that boiling crab?
It's going
This man even got the this
paper.
This reminds me of a crab boil.
Yeah, it's like the tables, how they're covered in paper.
I would love to eat a crab boil.
I could go for some boiling crab.
Yeah, we can make our own.
I'm down.
We did make our own. His mom made her own a week and a half ago. It was, oh, so good.
Crabs. Mussels.
Crabs, mussels, sausage, corn, potatoes, shrimp.
Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes. You know that video?
No.
Cut to that.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, raw, dog, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, rat. You name it!
Series is just gonna be turned into me going. Cut to that.
Yeah, we're not even gonna work on the car anymore, guys. We're just gonna be clowning in the garage. We're gonna keep this out here as long as possible to extend the series. Oh, jeez, dude. Bro. This is what they use in the dentist's offices to clean your teeth out.
Here, put it in your mouth. Do it. It's clean.
Alright. Back to another word from our sponsor, Guayaki Yerba Mate.
Come to life.
Come to life. Ooh, so you're gonna paint it in the engine. You're not gonna take it out.
Correct. It'll be too much of a headache to take it out, so I'm actually just gonna try to paint it in here and then just mask everything off and paint it in here.
Mask off.
Mask up.
Good one! Haven't heard that one yet.
Wow.
It's looking pretty good so far. I thought the masking would be harder than this, but mask off.
No problem.
Mask up.
No problemo.
Boom, quick time lapse to where we are now, and what you just saw was Jay painting it in the shed in the back. We sanded down the logo.
So there we go.
Woo!
Nice and shiny.
Sheesh.
Make sure it catches the light.
24 karat magic in that car, bro.
Yep.
That's spicy, dude.
Yeah, so. Wasn't too bad. Just spray paint, really.
Yeah, so this was all gold, and all he did was he took, what tool did you use?
I took the wire wheel on the drill, and then I kind of just went at it and just kind of removed some of the paint, scratched it off, and then I actually taped it off again, then repainted it so it's extra thick, so it's nice and solid. This is also kind of temporary. I'm debating getting it powder coated in the future, but for now, just to get the engine bay cleaned up, maybe a phase 2 we'll get it painted. So I'm actually gonna go throw the gasket in now, and we could throw it in the car and see what it looks like.
This is what we gotta do.
Yeah, a little valve cover gasket. Always a good time, always a good idea to replace the gasket whenever you're taking off your valve cover, because these things get old and crusty. So this is the old one. This thing is like, you can hear how hard this thing is.
Wow.
But yeah, this one's nice and soft.
You want me to hit that light?
Oh, I actually gotta plug it in. Can you plug it in?
Boom. How much horsepower does this add?
27.5 and 3/4.
Are we straight?
Yep, we straight.
I know. Where would Jay be without me, right?
Yeah, man. Making my life so much easier, bro. Thank you. All right, so.
We got the valve cover
Yep.
with the gasket
With the gasket.
and going on top of the
Valves, because the valves are right under this. That's why it's called a valve cover. Line that boy up. So that's on there now. I'm gonna go grab the bolts for that.
We got one entire video on the valve cover.
These
How
are the
about that?
washers with the grommet. So that's also like a gasket.
Grommet.
Slides over.
That's the
Like-
guy in Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
It's Groot.
That's right.
Or Wallace.
Wallace.
Wallace and Gromit. Ever heard of that?
No.
What? That's old. I thought you would know that. That's like
Wallace is
Wallace is
like sweeping the floor in a Filipino household.
yeah, that too. You know Wallace and Gromit, like the clay people,
Dude, I
claymation.
have no idea.
Put up a clip of Wallace and Gromit. People know Wallace and Gromit. I can't be the only one. For now, we got the stock Honda oil cap, but I think we're gonna try to get some Mugen goodies for this thing. Nice aluminum one, but for now, this will work.
That's where the oil goes.
That's where the oil goes. It says oil on it. And then this guy is gonna bolt up.
Oh, by the way, we didn't show them that you painted this silver.
Oh yeah, so I painted this guy silver, painted this guy silver, and then I painted the distributor silver.
That's
Like
pretty
so,
clean, bro.
and then I got a cap and rotor, a new cap and rotor to go on the side. So I'm just gonna double check that the direction on this is correct. Unwrap that. Toss that to the side.
Dude, it looks like you're doing surgery.
Yep. The patient's heartbeat is all right at this moment.
Dr. J. Can I get you a scalpel? Oxygen tank.
There we go. Just seat in here, all nice.
Easy money. Fresh coats.
Where'd
We're gonna do a lot more to this engine.
my bag of bolts.
We just wanted to get started on some aesthetic restoration.
Where'd I put my bag of bolts? I was just saying we were organized.
Yeah. It's fast 5, right? Look at that, clean. Woo! I'm just getting started. What's up, Jay?
Started.
Hit it.
Get started.
Hey. Alright, try that again.
Yo. Oh.
What is that, dude? I'm gonna put this editing down. I'm really editing while Jake's working on the car and while I'm filming at the same time. And don't sound good. You try to run it?
Alright, just making sure it works. Just making sure it works. Cool,
You get me excited turning this thing on. We can't wait to rip it around town. We got our Fast 5 craze going right now.
I did it right. Straight from Nagoya, Japan. You can see right there. Look at that. Japan. You see it on the box too. Japan. NGK Iridium 9s. Best of the best. Should last forever. Depending, sometimes cars that have turbochargers, sometimes they like a different type of plug. But for our case, Iridium should last us plenty long, and we're not pushing major power. Shouldn't have any spark issues.
Not major power yet.
Yet. Coming soon.
All right, that's it. It's been a long 12-hour day. This man has been there since 9:30 a.m. working real hard. Look at his face.
I'm beat.
He's ready to eat though.
Ready to eat.
Yeah, so just a recap of today.
Pulled out the distributor, painted the distributor, painted PGMFI, or removed the valve cover, painted the valve cover, changed the valve cover gasket, removed spark plugs, put in new spark plugs, changed wires, and then cleaned up a whole bunch of bolts and put it all back together.
Broke one nail in the process.
Yeah, I broke a nail, but it's not that bad.
I'm ready to grub.
I'm ready to grub.
Hey guys, see you next time. Yo, hit him with it. Hit him with something. Hey. Good legs. Hey. Oh, let's go.